Hey guys, sorry about that. We're having a few technical issues. We've been trying a few different things to make the chat a lot better. And obviously we tried to run before we can walk. But Jay's just about to sort it out. So who's in? Make yourself known. We'll say hi. We've got Will Rabin. How you doing, Will? We've got Green Tree. Hey Green Tree, thanks for joining us again. Gareth, how's it going, dude? I was having a few chats here and there with Gareth over the weekend while I was at Throne Schools. I'm hoping you're going to come in March, Gareth. Yeah, in fact, I know you've asked. Get your ticket. Nice one. Dave Leamington might definitely play up. What can you hear? Yeah, that's it for that. Give us a second, guys. Hey guys, can you let us know now that you can hear us and it's okay and it's not echoing and everything's fine?
We've done alright, this is episode 5 and the first one we've had audio issues with, so that's okay.
Because what I'll do if it is, that's there. Can you keep an eye on comments?
Yeah, keep an eye.
You need tech support. Yes we do, NPM photos.
I can hear you got a bit gargled.
How does that sound? Is that better?
Any better, guys?
Yeah, that's better.
That's great.
I think we've nailed it. So can you just give us a thumbs up or just type
Yeah,
yes?
we're good. Right, so
Yeah, we got there.
welcome to episode 5 of Top Table Live. First one we've kind of had proper tech issues with.
Yes, it was coming. It was due.
So let's pretend the last 19 minutes didn't happen and let's dive right in. Okay, so if you've already said hello and stuff, do it again so I don't have to wade through all the audio knackered comments. Who's in tonight, guys? Come and say hello. Let's have a bit of chat and banter before we get stuck into the solidness. Evening all from Scott Johnson. Hello, Scott. How are you doing?
Hi, Scott. It's good to have you in again, pal. We've also got
Joe Holzman in.
Joe Holzman. Hey, Joe. Scott. I want to say, is that Scott Whitefoot? Is that Scott Whitefoot? Scott W, who's in? Let us know if it's Scott Whitefoot, because I bumped into you briefly at the weekend, and it was nice to meet you, as brief as it was. And congratulations on your award. You painted a lovely. If it is Scott Whitefoot, you painted a gorgeous bottom with banner.
Oh, the White Tower one.
Yeah, he done like it's like purple cloth, but the banner was amazing.
Oh, nice. We've got Sam Parker and Gaz Baller in. Gaz Baller's coming to the Weekender.
He certainly is.
With his partner.
Yeah.
Mrs. Baller.
Mrs. Baller.
Coming to the Weekender, which is good. Green Tree's in, as always. Hello, Green Tree. How are you doing, mate? How's all stuff we've got?
It is Scott Whitefoot. So yeah, it's good to meet you, Ben. It's good to meet you. Hopefully I'll see you at some more events soon. March, by the way.
We've got NPM Photos in and Ben Pearson and Mark Berraclough. Good evening, folks. How are we all doing today? And then we've got Rob Campin.
Hey Rob, good
evening, guys. Finally getting to watch one of these. You picked the wrong one when we just completely balls up the start. But
it's your fault,
what can you do, right?
It's your fault.
Rob, you are a jinx. Get out of the chat. No, I'm kidding. Good to have you in, mate. One of the idiots in the UAE staying up to watch United get smashed tonight. What time? He's over in Dubai, right?
He is over in Dubai, yeah.
What time is it? Yeah, and yeah, United are probably getting smashed. Which
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk about football. It's depressing for a United fan at the moment.
We got Dave Millington in. When we're chatting about the subject, remind me to mention Dave Millington because I'm going to get him to share something very cool in the group.
Don't forget to talk about Dave Millington.
Okay, thanks. Lee Dalberkin, how you doing, Lee?
Hey Lee, I'll be PMing you soon, by the way.
I believe you're playing Kill Team with this guy.
Yes.
Lee's wicked.
Yeah.
Lee wins trophy at every one of my events. It's the wrong end of the scale, but he does win a trophy. And
they're the best trophies.
Lee, it's been too long, mate. Hopefully we'll get to catch up soon. Glyn Seymour, evening Blue Boxers and Steve with a PH. PhD, I forgot about PhD. That was a good one. Who was it? Glenn? Glenn, are you on hashtag watch tonight, buddy? You were going to do it last week and it didn't happen. You are our nominated hashtag watch person to post in the group after the show. We've got MPM photos. Need to get all the devices using the same YouTube account. Yeah, fully agree, mate. We've had to kind of repost an old stream link and reskin it as quickly as possible to get online tonight. But the previous ones have been a bit more seamless than that.
It's been an odd one. We were pushed for time setting up. I'm just manic at work at the moment, and having Friday and Monday off to go away for the weekend gaming.
Yeah,
it's kind of put me back even more. So it was like a last minute thing, and we set up, and we are trying different things to make it more enjoyable for the viewer. So we'll get there. We'll get there. We're here now. You can hear us, and that's the main thing.
Some people will be sad about that, but they can hear us. You're right. So where were you this weekend, mate?
I was at the Hobbit. Well, I keep calling it Hobbit. It's Middle Earth SBG Throne of Schools event at Warhammer World.
Nice. How was it?
Awesome. It's always a good event at Warhammer World. It was a shame that you couldn't join me this weekend.
It was a shame.
I was gutted. I had a full double room to myself.
Were you not sharing with Tom?
No, because he ended up staying with someone else. But on the Friday I slept in one of the double beds, and on the Saturday I slept in the other just to get me money's worth.
Freshly made beds, yeah.
Should have
pushed them. Were they double beds?
Doubles.
Should have pushed them together and just slept that way.
You can't move them.
Oh, okay.
I think it's to stop like orgies and stuff.
And there goes the Tom.
But it didn't stop it.
And yeah, I managed to get in an event myself this weekend. I managed to get to Paul Welsh's amazing Winter's End Walking Dead tournament.
It looked awesome. Did you enjoy it?
It was 4 games of awesomeness. Like, I sat and my round 1 opponent re-taught me the game. I've not played in about a year, and I forgot how much fun the Walking Dead miniatures game is. I had a blast, and Paul nailed it. It's one of the best orchestrated events I've been to in a long time.
I only seen because
Good job, Paul, and the Weight of Fire guys. Go and check them out.
Yeah, check it out. The Weight of Fire is a good channel. I've seen the bits and bobs on Facebook what you were posting and what Andy was posting, and it looked like an awesome event. I dropped him a little message just saying congrats on it. I think it was his first Walking Dead event.
Maybe second.
Was it his second? But it looked amazing, and the effort he put into the little rules packs and
the sad thing is, I'd have liked to have been able to show you guys it all, and I started filming like a tournament vlog, and then I started having that much fun. I forgot about the camera, and from round 2, I just hung out and played some games. So I let you down there. But if you do want to check out the streams of some of the gameplay for you Walking Dead fans, you will find them over on the Blackjack Legacy YouTube channel. Andy was here and streaming all weekend. So what we got going on in the chat? George Perkins says good evening. Good evening, George.
I hung out a lot with George at the weekend.
I bet he had some pretty models, like his paintings.
He always has pretty models. It's really annoying. He painted Bard in 2 hours in his hotel room, and it's still better than anything I could paint. Really annoying. Very annoying.
George, get over to the Top Table Gaming community group and share your stuff, dude. I'm catching a lot of his stuff on like Instagram, I think.
Yeah, he's big into his Instagram. Yeah. Rob Camp says it's 11:15 here. So it's nearly midnight, and we thank you for joining us at that.
Appreciate the dedication, my friend. What else we got? We got Mark Berryclough, hashtag watcher. Glenn Seymour, yeah, I have written them down somewhere. Work was crazy last week. Risk assessment forms, anyway. Someone who's worked with risk assessment forms for years, I feel your pain. That is just dull. Angel De Silva, one of our Patreons, our only Top Table Shield Maiden. Because not Shield Bearer, Shield Maiden is in. Delayed because of cooking, but finally here to catch up. We're glad you're here.
Yep.
And enjoying the stream, I hope.
What are you cooking? Because I'm starving.
I'm mad hungry. We've literally ran into the studio at like 10 to 7 tonight with just being busy with work and stuff. Hence the technical difficulties. So we are crazy hungry. And Glenn Seymour says, happy hashtags, everyone.
I'm gonna try not to make any hashtags.
I'm gonna give it about how long before Steve says something inappropriate that gets turned into a hashtag? I reckon about 35 minutes. Tops. Absolute tops.
What can I say?
So what have you all been up to this week? Let us know. We want the chat that we don't want to just be sat here waffling. We also want to see you guys chatting to each other and telling us. So what hobby have you all got in? Who got games in? And what games did you guys get?
Will's after a mug.
Will Rab, still after those mugs that were shown a little bit. Where can I find one? I missed the stream. So do you know what? I'm gonna say this live on air so I get it done, because we are so busy at the moment. The Top Table merch store will be up by this time next week.
Yes.
I'm aiming for weekend.
Yeah.
We're gonna go for weekend.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah. We got the Top Table one.
Oh, red or black. We also have the Top Table Legacy books.
We do. And speaking of gaming accessories, perfect water holder for painting, paintbrush holder, dice holder, multi-purpose tea holder.
You can put tea and coffee in them as
You
well.
can. That's like the Swiss Army knife of hobby there, guys. I will make sure that's up by this weekend, and then you guys, if you would like to, can get stuck in. Quinn Duggan.
Hey Quinn, it's good to have you, brother. I don't think you didn't tune in the last couple. He was
in.
Was he in last time?
Yeah, he was in.
Quinn? Alright.
He's always trolling us in the comments,
Yeah,
and he says the party can begin because Quinn has arrived. That is right. Quinn, what are you playing these days? I've not seen you on the tabletop in a while, dude.
You see, I remember him posting some lists on Middle Earth, so I know you was sort of getting back into it. Big into his D&D. So I was at the Altar Club in D&D.
Okay. Angel the Silver, breaded chicken burgers and chips.
Oh,
that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You say nothing fancy, I disagree. That sounds wicked.
I'd eat that right now.
Yeah, me too. Green Tree, painting Radagast on Eagle at the minute.
Nice.
Lucky Boy getting older one. Is he still unavailable? People are paying a lot of money for a Radagast on Eagle right
Get
now.
him in the group. Let's have a look at what you're working on.
We want to see it, dude. Green Tree posted a new YouTube video last week. I watched it, buddy. I really did. I enjoyed it. And Taco de Hartog building an end for Radicon 19.
Nice.
Who are you, Taco de Hartog? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
We probably know you from the SVG scene, but not by that name.
No.
What else we got? What's all
Will says, oh, lovely links anywhere. Defo pinching myself one of those. Just keep your eye on the Top Table Gaming community on Facebook. Myself or Jay will post the links up as soon as it's ready to go. But it's pretty much there, isn't it?
It is. It will start a little basic. We've got a couple of t-shirt designs, the mug, and then we're going to pad it out over time as and when some of these hashtags become legendary.
Yeah.
They may turn into t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
You guys are going to pick them up. It will give you some probably not that cool to wear in front of your hashtag normal friends, and it will help support the channel. What we got? Glenn Seymour missed the earlier posted topics. I was going to suggest 5 winners and losers from the armies of the Hobbit. It's a really good topic and quite fitting for a lot of you. What we're talking about tonight is, and the title is now very mashed and rushed because chaos in work and real life. We are talking about gaming accessories and hobby and painting accessories that we love and can't live without.
Yeah.
That's the plan for this evening, but also we're just going to talk nonsense with you guys.
Yeah.
Sam Parker, what's Sam Parker saying to us?
Sam Parker's saying, got to give my army a throw at war with their updated rules. Took on Gwahir and his evil friends and gave them a pasting. New Grimhammers are tasty. They've been made into the profile that they should have been anyway.
There wasn't a points change, was there? Did they get...
No, I think they got an extra defence.
Okay.
Because they were lower than Erebor.
So they went to 6th base. Defense.
I think so. I can't remember exactly. There's been so many chit chatter on the Facebook group about all the different rule changes since the book was released on Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Hobbit profile book. It's just crazy trying to keep up with it all. But I know there's a lot of happy people.
Yeah.
One thing I do like is the fact that they've rounded a lot of points out, so you can take the Dwarves of Erebor, all the heroes, Thorin's 13 dwarves, bang on 1,000 points.
So just like they did with the Wraiths and the Necromancer and the Keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bat rep. Who wants to see? They're going to get pasted. So, spoilers, Thorin's company will get pasted, I think, but who wants to see...
Oh, I don't know.
I'll take evil then. Who wants to see 1,000-point bat rep of the Necromancer, the 9 new Wraiths? Have you got all these?
Yes.
I don't have them.
I have them all.
And the Keeper of the Dungeon versus Thorin. We've got a gorgeous Thorin's company as well. Versus Thorin's company. No scenario.
Got 2 gorgeous Thorin's companies.
We're gonna play to the death. Not the scenario actually until there's no models left. We're just going to fight. Who do you guys think would win, and would you want to watch it? Let us know. So Rob Camp, I've been playing some Guild Ball, got another event this week, and getting stuck into Keyforge. I got my Navigators today for Guild Ball. Picked up a new Guild Ball team. Not done that in a while, so we might get some S4 action. Cool. I reckon Rob would watch that. And Keyforge, love Keyforge.
Yeah, everyone's loving it.
Keyforge is a very interesting little game, and I've not played this week, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah. Quinn says, Middle Earth SVG and D&D.
Nice.
I'm leaving Guild Ball alone for a while. Yeah, Quinn tends to drop in and out of things, which is a good way to do it really, because it stops you getting burnout on a certain system.
The thing is, Guild Ball's such a hyper-competitive game, it can become a bit of a chore, and it's nice to go back and play some more fun, fluffy stuff as well.
Will say, working on an Emperor's Children 40k course.
Nice.
For 40k doubles held at Curtin, Credton soon. Nice, get some pictures in the group.
I love Emperor's Children, such a cool...
Which one's the Emperor? Because I'm really wet behind the ears when it comes to lore and stuff.
I'm going to show you because it's easier to show you.
Yeah.
I'm going to show him on
screen. Did the gold guy with the weird...
No, they're 1,000
songs. 1,000 songs, right.
No, I'm breaking it. We need this page open. I know Angel's in. I hope all of our patrons are in because you guys can win a prize tonight.
Yes.
So
Giveaway tonight.
I'm going to explain. Once a month, we're aiming to do a free giveaway for anyone who's a.
Ooh.
So they're like a really deep purple, they're
Yeah.
like a metallic purple. They're very
Nice.
nice. Or you can push it to me. Anyway, once a month, guys, our Patreons get entered into a competition, and all you've got to be is one of our $5 and up Patreons, and you guys can win yourself this month, and a different prize every month, a Redgrass Games Everlasting Wet Palette. If you guys haven't seen them, go and check it out. It is something you can definitely give some opinions on when we talk later about gaming accessories we love. So at some point tonight, we're going to do a draw, and right now, there's a 1 in 10 chance of winning it. How easy is that?
Yeah.
All you got to do is be a Patreon, and once a month, we're going to do this for you guys, so you can potentially get something for free for supporting us. Let's get back into the comments. Robert Camp, getting the odd game of SBG, and I do miss it when I can get back and play over there. Dude, we missed. He was at. Was it 2 Ardicons ago we hung out?
Yes.
No, it was. Yeah, it wasn't last year. It was the year before.
Yeah, he came to my house. Was that the first Ardicon that you came to my house and played James Rohan versus I want to say Dolan Roth? Was it Dolan Roth or White Council or something like that? While I was like madly building terrain in the back garden. I think it was the first scouting.
If it was Ardicon, it'd be the first one that you would.
I think it will be, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it'd be good to see you again, Rob. Make sure you definitely hook up and get over here in the studio and get some filming done.
Always welcome, as is everyone in the chat. Taco Di Hartog says, first time going to Ardicon, hope to see you there. You will probably see us there, and you won't be, what's the word? You won't be disappointed. Words failed me then. Ardicon is a very impressive thing.
Ardicon is a massive sort of
huge
shining star on the calendar for Middle Earth SBG, and James has done amazing already. I think pre-sales went on for 2 days and
sold out potentially
200 plus
Nuts.
tickets. It's like it's crazy figures, and he's split it half and half. So there's like half coming international, half sort of homegrown UK players. So it's going to be amazing.
Even if you don't want to play as well, check out the spectator tickets. That's what I've done for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
I've just gone and hung out for the day.
Well, the tickets have gone on sale. It's too far ahead for me to plan that far ahead. It's in the school holiday.
It's me too.
So I missed it last year, but I'll still try and go. I went on the Saturday, hung out for a few hours, said hello to people, because it's great just to do that as well. So. And
we got Sam Parker, Glyn Seymour, Gareth Baller, all want to see the 1,000-point back rate. We're going to have to do it now, aren't we? Orange Company versus the Necromancer. It is on.
Shall I build a special board for it?
Oh, should he build a special board for that back rep?
And we'll sort of do it around January sometime.
Because
I want to do a Dol board anyway.
Oh, there you go. Check that out. Just by talking nonsense, we're now going to have a video series. I'm making Steve make some content.
Yeah, it's not
building a Dol board, and then we're going to get a back rep out.
It's not like I didn't need any more stuff.
No, not at all. Joe Holtzman, he's currently getting some paints on Thranduils after he's building Decimals. I'm not surprised now you can take crazy elk version with Circlet of Kings.
Swiss Army Knife Thranduil, he's awesome, yeah. He's
Boss.
awesome. And is it the Forge World model, Joe, or the old Finecast one if it's the Forge World? My single favourite model in the range, and that even includes all the new releases that have come out.
Do you know what my favourite model in the range is now? The horse from the new Gandalf model. Sounds weird, my old favourite model, it is odd, I like horses. Hashtag J like horses.
Don't you should say that on the internet, mate.
I know, right? My old favourite model in the Middle Earth range was the horses from the Rivendell Knights. It's now
they're my least favourite horses. It's
weird,
isn't it? Weird how people like different
Dave Millington, Guild Ball tournament last weekend, and then this week working on a D&D campaign, which session 1 is this weekend. Also got some Urukai.
Boom.
David's playing some Middle Earth. Yes, my friend. David is a lovely man from the Guild Ball scene.
Whereabouts is he from?
Leeds. Yorkshire. I'm not probably wrong by miles, but in my head, Dave, you're up in Yorkshire, mate. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
If you've just started playing Middle Earth, Dave, and you're in Leeds, there's a lad called Tim Garlick. He's in the top table group.
One of our patrons.
Yeah, and he's looking for. He's a bit of a noob. He's not been to an event yet. I think he's just bought a ticket for Ardicon.
Cool.
But he's just getting into it as well, so it'd be a good idea to hook up and play some games.
Meet some new people.
Yeah.
Quinn Duggan, he's painting his Iron Hills Ballista. Of course he is, because they're amazing.
I used it at the weekend, mate.
Was it good?
Yes.
Did you do the curly whirly can't shoot thing?
I didn't need to.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I didn't need to.
Scott.
I was too busy killing stuff.
Scott's working on another display board for Ardicon in the near future. Can't believe all the tickets are gone. I know it's crazy and a huge sign of the community and the work that's been done over at Ardicon. Will Rab, I'm going to Ardicon this year for the first time ever, and I'm psyched. Don't blame me, mate. It's going to be wicked.
You won't be disappointed.
Anyone going to Ardicon, we want to see you in Top Table shirts, guys. We're going
Yes.
to represent. We want to fill that place with Top Table gaming shirts, alright?
Working on Top Table mugs, Top Table shirts with a Top Table pen behind your ear. Otherwise, we won't be happy.
Yeah. Or Steve's going to send the heavies in. Rob Camp says we helped you make the boards for Scouring. It was a laugh that day. We went to the first 2 Ardicons, but since then life has got in the way. I do remember that now. I remember you telling me you were in the garden building boards with James, yeah. Glenn Seymour, Battlefleet Gothic 2, United versus Arsenal, and this stream, too much going on. Well, turn your computer game off, turn the football off, do let us know the score, because Steve gets stressed if Arsenal are winning. And sort your priorities out, Glenn. Will Rab do a board and videos on it, please?
Yes, and yes. I've got 2 boards on the go at the moment, and I've been filming segments of it. But what I do, I don't want to release bits, so I'm going to put all the clips together at the end when they're finished, so I can show the finished board, and you can see how it goes from start to finish.
Really
that's
good.
That's the plan.
Nick
I've not
Moore's
done
in.
that before, so.
Nick Moore is in. Hi all. Hello, Nick. Nick has just picked up a ticket for the Top Table Legacy Weekender.
Legend.
And we're going to tell you why everyone in here should in a little while. We've got Clint Seymour who says, 4 Mike Thrander's got upgraded. Yes, he did. 4 Mike Thrander's did get upgraded. Joe Holtzman both got the foot and mounted Finecast and the Forge World Elcon. They've gone very nice. And Dave Milton says, yes, just north of Leeds. Glyn Seymour, watch your horses around, Jay. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Will Rob. If you pay me, I will. Got to wear them team shirts otherwise. You don't need to wear them team shirts.
Sam Parker, Top Table to sponsor all the Wiltshire boys. I'm going with Ardicon. The Wiltshirelings. Nice name.
Nice name.
Nice name.
Look who's in.
Maccas.
Thomas Macklin's in the house. We love Thomas Macklin, absolute sweetheart of gaming. So, I reckon we better start chatting about...
yes.
What should we cover first? Should we start on the topic, or should we chat about the Weekender a little bit? Should we do a little bit on the topic first?
Let's go topic, yeah.
Cool. So, what we want to know, guys, we want you all to put in the comments, and we're going to tell you some of the things that we love, is gaming accessories you can't live without, like things you use in games to keep things clean, painting accessories, hobby accessories. What stuff can you guys not live without? Me personally, I'm a fiend. I'm looking over here, which is where we keep a lot of our stuff, and I just have token boxes, and widget boxes and things like that. So what sort of gaming accessories do you guys swear by? And the first one is a really simple one, but the tape measure versus the widget is a really interesting conversation.
Yes.
I hate tape measures in games now. Now, this was bred into me because obviously most war games are played with tape measure and you movement in inches or centimetres. I then spent 18 months playing a Guild Ball.
Yes.
Quite competitive. I spent a lot longer running events and stuff, but it was really only about 18 months that I hit a lot of events consistently, got good, and played kind of tournament level, like really high tournament level gaming. And in Guild Ball, nobody brings a tape measure. It does use inch movement, but everybody just uses movement widgets. And as much as it's done for a reason because it's such a highly competitive, like half an inch matters, a tenth of an inch matters.
There's a hashtag right there.
Oh, brilliant.
Hashtag half inch matters. Anyway.
Tenth of an inch matters. Yes, it does.
That's gone on your t-shirt.
Even though I now play a lot more fluffy and like friendlier games, the widget thing stayed with me now, and I really love being able to go, that is 8 inches, or it isn't. And obviously, whenever I play a game, I tend to always state intent. So if I move a model, I'm like, cool, he's 6 inches away. But what do you guys use? Are you a tape measure or a widget man? Like, what's your feelings? Because you never played Guild Ball, which is where I kind of picked that up from.
I only started using widgets because of you Guild Ball lads. And once I started using them, didn't look back. I still use both. So at weekend, because I was using the ballista and it's got such a long range, obviously not going to get a widget that long. So I brought my tape measure for that. I use it now and again. I only watch the bad, so still see me using the tape. Whatever's closest, I'll grab. But widgets are much better because you can lie a widget down.
Especially if you know, like,
got a tape measure, you can't lie.
Especially for Middle Earth SPG, if you're playing humans or anything, you've got your 6 inch movement, a 6 inch widget. It's just model down, move to end the widget, model like.
Well, hence you'll be bringing out the swords with the different sizes.
Well, exactly.
On weekend.
And it does, for the people who play tournament games as well, it also removes the discrepancy of was that a big move, was that a little move, that sort of thing. And that's one really interesting one. It really interests me what people use. Let's have a quick look at the chat. So Glyn Seymour says, hashtag top table army. Rob Camp, widget every day. You know it, my friend. George Perkins painting handle, I swear by now. What do you think of the painting handles? So what's interesting, I used painting handles before they were cool, man.
Yeah.
So before the Citadel ones, I used to, good friend Graham Dixon, actually, formerly of Red Beam Designs, before it got sold to War Cradle. Now big Wireless Dexter's player, he designed one that was like MDF. A lot of people who came to the second Vengeance would have got one for free.
Right.
And you inserted the model in and then used a pin to hold it in place.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I've now got all the Citadel ones. I think they're great. But like, don't you just make it so much easier? Like, do you use painting handles?
Yes, and I did before. I used to put things on corks simply because the amount of times when I used to hold them by the base.
Holding a 25mm base trying to paint. Like, Angel, are you still in? Like, what? You're much more of a painter. And Nick, what do you guys think? Do you guys use the painting handles, the cork? Do you hold the model? Because I know some excellent painters who still hold the model.
Yeah, I did. I used to, like, every now and again you drop it, or you'd be like trying to get in a certain area, and you end up putting your fingers on the model that you just painted and doing paint off and stuff.
Worse.
So now the Citadel paint handles are my go-to, but I did have the odd one. I used to use corks, and I had this other one which was like a round white base with a metal thing with a little weird skull on top that you could hold like that.
I've seen those, and you usually
and you also top and bottom.
The skull and the way you hold it, you can also do like source lighting, and that's what that reflects and stuff, which is interesting.
But yeah, they're great.
Yeah, Tom Macklin, tape measures all the way. Scott W,
old school.
Widget, excuse me, dice tray. So a dice tray is another thing I've grown to love. Like we use our top table one now in back reps, but that's to try and make things easier for you guys to see.
Yeah.
But I've also got a rather pretty one over there, like a real wood one, which the sound.
How much did it cost you?
Some money. The sound on the Wormwood dice tray is just insane. I love it.
The Wormwood dice.
The Wormwood dice. Oh man, it's my favourite thing. Big fan of dice trays, and in games like Guild Ball where you're on a clock and you've got to make lots of series of attacks, it keeps all your dice together.
And you don't get cop dice.
You don't. Well, you can, but it's harder.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Will Rob, I still use tape measures. May have to buy a top table widget if there is one.
Oh, there is, my friend. There certainly is. We've not had any made for a while. Yeah, they're L-shaped ones.
Oh, okay. We've got widgets.
We do have them. They were specifically made for Lord of the Rings. Yeah. But you could use them for everything. They've got the different sizes and stuff. And these are things that going forward we will be looking into if enough people want them.
So something interesting, we have chatted about widgets and tokens and some other products as well. What I would suggest to you guys is keep an eye on the Element Games web store because you might find a top table gaming section soon. Spoilers, we have big plans coming, guys. Painting handles for certain, says Dave Millington, and yet widgets. Yeah, he knows. Will Rab, half an inch matters. Yes, it does, my friend. Glenn's going to be back soon, and Quinn says, Jay, good at Guild Ball? Don't make me loud. Listen to him. Not anymore, Quinn, you're right. Not anymore. Nick Moore, corks for holding minis while painting, wet palettes, and airbrushes.
Yes, so
airbrushes.
Airbrushes are something that I started using a couple of years ago for terrain. Not for minis, but then I bought a really cheap one, and it was just to get coverage, even coverage in large areas very quick. And they were great. And now I go between the two, so airbrush and brush for my miniatures. Yeah. I started doing Gandalf, the new Gandalf the White. Yeah, started off on a brown and different.
I'm the same. I've had an airbrush for about 18 months, and honestly, for the first 12 months, I used it to prime. That's it. Yeah. And I was terrified of my airbrush. And then actually Nick Moore and Byron over at Element and a few other people like kind of taught me a few different ways. And now I'm at a point where like the Blackstone Fortress models in my first hobby vlog, most of those were painted just with an airbrush. And once you get good control with it and stop, it's actually an intimidation. And once you stop being intimidated by it, the work you can do with an airbrush is huge. And it's funny.
Cloaks are great.
Yeah, getting really smooth transitions is an airbrush. And I think since Nick Moore has mentioned wet palettes, should we give one away?
Let's give one away.
So guys, we're going to give some away. As we mentioned, once a month we do a prize, a free draw from all of our Patreons to give you something back for supporting our channel. And we are giving away right now a Redgrass Games Everlasting Wet Palette. Ooh. You will get to pick whether you take the standard or the XL. Warning, the XL's massive. You need a big old desk. So I'm going to... Oh, no, not that. I nearly turned you all off then.
We don't want to do that.
No. Oh dear, I can.
So the wet. Have you used the wet?
I've just got mine. I've never used a wet palette. I've just got mine. Tell me what you think of your wet palette.
Well, I kickstarted it.
Yep.
And I had a homemade one prior to that. So by the time the Kickstarter come through, I'd kind of given up on my homemade one. Not because, I didn't like it. It's just a bit of a faff. And then that came, and like it just changed the way I paint.
Really?
I will not.
So you don't have to add water to your paint anymore because the moisture of the base of the wet palette kind of thins.
Yeah, so it's like a greaseproof paper on top of the sponge that stays very, very moist, for one of them. Moist.
Yeah.
Hashtag moist. And you don't have to thin your paints because there's already water on the paper. And I didn't use it for about 2 months. I didn't paint anything. And when I got it out to paint the Wardens of Gondor set, I took the lid off.
Your paint's still wet?
Paints were still wet. Still using. It's crazy.
That's insane. But I'm going to be trying out mine. But anyway, we digress. Once a month, we're going to give something back to our patrons. You're going to get to pick a brand new Redgrass Games wet palette. And without further ado, all you need to do, Steve, is not look at my computer and pick a number between 1 and 10, please.
1 and 10?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick my lucky number 7.
He's in the chat.
Is it?
So it's a he, and he's in the chat. Joe Holtzman, my friend,
Hey!
you have just won yourself a Redgrass Games Everlasting Wet Palette. Get in touch with me, dude, and you can pick either the standard or the XL. And the wonderful people at Redgrass Games are going to sort us out. We'll get that over to you soon, my friend.
Well done, mate.
And thank you, most importantly, for being a top table Patreon. You're one of the people who's
worth it already.
I know, right? you've had return on investment, my friend. You're one of the people helping us have the studio and do this and cock it all up with technical difficulties and stuff. Right, let's get back into the comments because you guys are chatting, which I love. Mark Barakoff, due to X-Wing play, my line of sight laser is a must. That's a really good one. Have you seen? So what he refers to, you might not have seen these. It's the one. It's like a little laser pen.
But it's
you shine it. Yeah, you shine it down, and it draws a line, and it's really good for a lot of most games use bases for line of sight, and it'll just draw a laser line between whichever where you point the ends, a straight line. Absolutely invaluable for things like X-Wing. You can use it in all sorts. I've seen someone use it in a Song of Ice and Fire recently. Really good, especially it's more of a tournament focused one for people where that sort of stuff matters. Just to really clear up like discrepancies on the table, because there's nothing worse when we all play games, we're doing it to meet new people and have fun. You don't want to be arguing about rules.
No.
And something that can just remove any like ambiguity from something on the table is a great accessory for me. That is one of them. Mark Barakoff also, he has a 3D printed handle now from using cork. Shows in the group, man. I'm intrigued to.
Shows your handle.
Yeah. See, you didn't last long. Hashtag shows your handle. Dave Millington, I love the red beam ones, but Citadel being able to use for most bite size. Yeah, they've now done like a huge one.
Yeah, and the one with the pincers on.
But do you know why that's clever? Like people are like, oh, attach multiple bits on paint. It's not. It's the really rigid. I had a play with one, and it'll hold 2 parts together while you're gluing it. Like it's actually like the assembly side of it, and it's really strong, and it will like hold 2 metal bits together. It's quite clever. Angel of Silver, Rafco mini holders are a must, and Windsor and Newton brushes 1 and 0 are a go. Check out some artists Opus Angel. They are good. Dave Fredrickson of Shadow and Flame. Hey
Dave.
buddy.
Awesome to have you, pal.
The founder, almost, of Elven Lunchbox.
Almost the creator of Elven Lunchbox.
Almost. And he says, sculpting jigs for me, 2 shaped pieces of wood with a wing nut through the centre to clamp them together. Is that what Kev uses when he's painting it? He uses like 2 big massive blocks of wood bolted together, and it's like, how do you hold that? But personal preference of the hand, right? Will Rab, I was playing Lord of the Rings with a friend, and I was measuring backwards for a clearer read on the tape measure, and the measure bent at the heavy and literally wiped his other guy like a wrecking ball. Do you know I actually had to, it was due to being drunk as well, I had to concede a game. It was the first Desolation of Stockport. Me and you, it was like 3 years ago now, we hadn't known each other that long. We got hammered in Mr. Allen. No, what was the name of the Italian? Michi's. Disco Amici's, Macklin knows. And I was that shaky in round 1 on the Sunday. I was just knocking his models over with the tape measure, and it ruined the board state, and I had to go, I apologise, I concede. It was not Alan.
Give us a clue.
can't. His name will come to me and I'll mention it, but lovely dude, and he was dead cool about it, but then I told him I was sitting in the corner because I was destroying stuff. Will Rab, yeah, that's that one. Nothing broke, and I apologise lots. Nick Moore, I don't usually paint minis on their base, so cork is my go-to, but I do like some of the handles you can get.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting? And I spotted this on Facebook the other day, how you base your minis and attach them to the base. So, most people, I'm sure, and I'm going to pay you a compliment here because it's genius and I've never thought of it. We build a model, we glue it to its base, we put sand on the base, right? You made a point on a Facebook post, which is, it looks like they're sunken into the ground.
Yeah.
So you actually sand your bases
Yeah.
and then attach the model to the top of it. And I was looking at some of your minis on Facebook the other day. It does actually make a difference. And it's rare I pay Steve a comment, but there's one.
It's not rare. He never has.
Never. That's the first one. Oh, whoa, the chat's going crazy.
Other than saying, yeah, you're right about that, Steve.
Yeah, I say that a lot. Will says, clippers for precise cuts and files and a knife for cleaning up. Nothing worse than seeing mould lines. Yeah, I've started using like a knife, a precision knife now for mould lines.
I can get very lazy with that. And it annoys me then when I finish the paint job and I've done well with the paint job. And I've got,
I was really upset about the way I built the Gandalf for the unboxing because now when I paint it, there's a really bad line. I was like, oh, what can you do? Malkavian, got to play some Walking Dead with Malkavian.
All right, okay.
I didn't get to play against him, but he was here, and we're going to be getting some WoW Exodus in soon.
Cool.
Good to have you. Another weekender ticket purchaser. Good man. What else we got going on?
Angel says, if not Rathcore holders, then just cork or top of GW pots. I used to
Blue tack,
onto the old
I had a metal model fall off once on the
Yeah.
best paint job I've ever done. I was fuming. Glenn Seymour says, hashtag half-inch D&J, you know it. T. Macklin, wet palettes are awesome, but not on the patience. I'm probably going to get like that. I'm a bit messy.
Patience for what though? I don't know. But what don't you have the patience with? Because
Is it thinner layers because the paint's a lot thinner?
Oh, you mean whilst you're painting? Yeah, but you get a much nicer covering.
You do.
So
Rob Camp says, congrats Joe, so we're just catching up with where we gave away the palette. Ryan Wood, Scott Johnson, Glenn Seymour, congrats. Quinn Duggan, I'd hate to go back to painting eyes without Vallejo glaze medium. Cool. Do you know what I saw a really interesting thing about the other day about painting eyes? Do you know Luke from Luke's APS, he did the whole like paint a model with a Sharpie thing.
Yeah.
I actually saw one where you get the ones with like the 0.1 millimeter tip and you paint the white of the eye and then you can do, because the hand is more trained to do it, you can actually use that pen, like it's like an ink pen, and do the perfect eyeball.
Sharpie do the really small.
Oh, you can do it through Sharpie. And it
really
looks legit. I don't paint eyes.
Tried it though.
Oh, did you?
It's not as easy as you think.
Because I don't paint eyes, but that looked easy.
Yeah, it's not as easy. Because if you miss with that pen and you hit like the top of the brow or the top of the cheekbone, that's black permanent micro over your nice.
That's going to take some coats to cover rather than actually.
Whereas with a paintbrush, if you slightly miss, you can just quickly go back into your water pot and the paint's still wet.
Okay. Mark Berikloff uploaded a picky on the Facebook group. Dude, we'll check that out after the stream. Everyone go over and have a look. Hashtag shows your handle, the Mind of Steve. You don't want to get involved in the Mind of Steve.
You know this.
Joe Holtzman, awesome. Cheers, guys. Dude,
you're welcome.
All yours, man. Thank you for the support. I'm a big fan of the painting handles. I've been told I've got too much money, as I've clearly got too many. How many have you got? How many have you got? Before I tell you mine, I've got an interesting number of GW painting.
Is it double figures?
Yeah.
I've got 12.
I've got 12, and that's yes, and that's Middle Earth Warbands. I think that's why I got 12. Like the most I ever batch painting is 12, and I'm doing a what? Well, I say it's old Middle Earth.
Old Middle Earth, yeah.
Not everything's 12s anymore, but that's the reason. I got one, and I was like, this is amazing because it was sold out for ages. Yeah, and then I got 6, and I was like, this is wicked. And then I got 6 more because I'm just me. I think we both bought the second 6 together actually when we got back in stock. But yeah, what can you do? Glenn Seymour says widgets and laser pens and dice boxes. Dice boxes are good. Dice bags are really cool. I tend to, any game I play, I tend to get like a plastic organizer, all the tokens, all the widgets, and a set of dice in there. So I have kind of a tray for everything I need. Yeah, I really am. You want to start
there? Ivan Elki Palki. Oh, a new viewer.
Let us know where you're from, buddy.
This is your first time viewing, Ivan. Definitely agree. Paint handles make so much of a difference. They really improve stability for me, at least. No, I do totally agree. It's a different way of holding the model, and you can sort of
You can change
The
the angle so
models
you can
not-
paint underneath.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You can just turn it sideways.
Holding a model like
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
to get like the underside of a belt or cloth or a
Yeah,
rope.
when you used to use blue tack, like you say, it was a metal model, there's a good chance of it
Yeah.
falling off.
I used to give me sticks. I never painted the underside of my models, but that's because I used to hold them like this and like it's painted.
And you are lazy, but no one's going to see that.
There is that. What we got? Scott. He says, "I paint eyes doing the black first, then 2 white dots." I think that's the shadow and flame method as well, isn't it?
I've
A lot of
tried-
people are recommending that.
I've tried both. I tend to do the white with the black dot,
Mm.
and I try to do that, and just I find it hard enough painting one dot
That-
in the right place.
I was going to say the same thing. I struggle with precision, so painting 1 dot to me seems more logical than painting 2.
Yeah.
But cool, man.
Mhm.
Ivan says, "Why would you get 12? You need 24."
It's very true.
Um,
I'll go on again straight after the stream.
If you want to send me 12, I'll stick now. I'm kidding. Dave Millington, I'm up to 5 and keep going. I could do a few more. Dave, do us a favour, mate. Go and post on the Facebook group and stick a link in the comments to this chat if you can, my friend. A link to your tournament trays because I broke it because they are wicked and they are well worth checking out. So Dave, stick a link in, and Dave does a wicked little box for. Just designed a new one for Guild Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And the lid kind of has the slots for your 12 players,
Yeah.
and then it's all fully customizable inside. You can adjust the size of all the inserts. There's a slot for cards and dice and widgets, and it's a really good, like, one box will hold everything, and I'd imagine it can be adapted to a multitude of games.
Yeah.
So do go check out Dave. Let everyone see, man, because it's a beautiful
And if you want
thing.
someone to try it out for you, just send me one.
And I've already chatted. Oh, lovely. Gotta go, boys. Love you. Thomas Macklin, we love you as always. I owe you a text message. Dave Millington's posted on Facebook. Good lad. I owe you a text message, Maccas. I didn't reply the other day. I will. Joe Holtzman, I've currently got 10 standard and 2 XL paint handles. What are the XLs like?
They're for monster
No.
bases, aren't they?
Yeah, how big do they go? And are they a bit like cumbersome? Because obviously bigger model gets heavier. So kind of like holding it like that would be a bit, I don't know. Let us know what they're like, man. Bowhammer, hey guys, what did I miss? So you missed 20 minutes of tech difficulties where we just ballsed up. And then we've given away a prize to our Patreons.
Yeah, we've given away one of the Red Brass Games wet pallets,
Everlasting wet pallets.
which is amazing.
We've chatted a load of nonsense. There's a few new hashtags, as always. And we're chatting about gaming accessories we can't live without. So let us know, Fohammer. Dave Millington, Jay, already on the case for trays for you guys.
I like
My
it.
man. Dude, hopefully we'll get a game of Guild Ball soon. I don't think we ever played on the table, and I'm getting back in. So that'd be fun. We're up to go up to 60 mil, I reckon. Primaris Dreadnought. That's a 60 mil base is big. What's 60 mil in Middle Earth? Is that like the 3 trolls, or are they bigger than that?
3 trolls. Yeah, it's bigger
They're
than that.
pretty
Yeah.
big, aren't they?
Dave says Kev does the double white dot. I do the single black dot. I'm with you, Dave. I'm
I
a
think-
single white dot guy.
I think because eyes are such a fancy thing, you're going to do what's most comfortable for the person. Fair. Fohammer, ooh, congrats. I got one of those large handles. Nice. Quinn Duggan, I'm struggling to figure out what army I want to do next. It has to be evil and can't be Mordor. There's only one. Angmar, man. Angmar are the new hotness.
Are we
in my eyes.
are we picking like legit picking your army for you now that you're going to do next?
Can we pick?
Because if that's the case, I want to go. I want to go.
Nah, I got better than that. That's cool, lads.
Yeah.
We put it to a very discreet vote. Quinn, we want to see a Mahud army from your friend.
Mahud camels.
We want to see it. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Andrew Cox has just started doing one.
Andrew Cox has just bought every model that Games Workshop produced over the last month.
You do know that poor child that's on the way needs clothes. Joe Hall.
Needs.
Yeah. Just turn the heating up. The handle part on the XL is the same as the standard.
Yeah, they unscrew, don't they?
Yeah. Only had the elk on it. Was it? Someone posted that it's actually the same as a camera mount as well. So you could use it for. We could use it for like the handle.
Yeah, I don't know if the thread's the same size.
Okay. It won't fit a Mummock on it, I tried, yeah. Maybe with a bit of glue, my friend. Nick Moore, 100 mil from the box. The XL will do
So that's a troll.
because they do have 2 layers, don't they? They have like the inner clip and the outer clip.
Yeah.
100 mil, it's 4 inch.
So you could well if it's 100 mil, you should be able to get a Mummock on it sideways.
No, Mummock's way bigger than
No, the width of the oval, the shortest part of the oval is 100 mil. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, but you need to hold the middle of the oval, or it's just going to fall off.
Oh, so it's like that, isn't it?
I'm in a tiff.
It's like this. So
You
it's
guys can't see this.
100 mil. 100 mil.
Is that 100 mil?
Yeah, so you could have it like that.
Someone go and try and fit.
What's that? Can I?
You don't want to see what he's just done. If you've got a Mummock and an XL painting handle, go and play with it so we can prove.
A Mummock on a painting handle.
Mummock on a painting handle. Oh man. Rob Camp says Easterlings, go for Easterlings. They are up there. I still don't think they're like mega powerful, but I think they're much better.
I don't know.
And what I do want to say is they've now got so much identity and individuality which they were missing, and they are an army I want to use. Fohammer's posted an Instagram link. Not going to click it, dude, just in case I mess it up. Glenn Seymour says Azog's Legion, pure cheesy filth. Did you see the new Azog model?
It's insane. I need two.
I need two. One for the. We need a Thorin for the goat and on foot. Are you going to put your foot ones on the eye spaces? I don't like
I'm
it.
going to magnetise them.
So you could have it as the scenery display.
Yeah.
Because it'd look really weird in your army on the big block of ice. But
plus line of sight for shooting.
He's giant.
Thorin's sticking his head and shoulders above her, going, "Hey!"
How much do you think it's going to be? Do we know?
I think it's going to be 40 quid for the set.
How much was Thranduil and Elk with
40,
his scenic base?
40 quid.
I think 50 then. Because
No.
it looks longer.
No.
But we'll see.
No, I've seen it. It's not.
Is it not?
They had it on the show.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
If you guys haven't seen it, someone do us a favour and post a link. The new Azog and Thorin diorama was shared on Warhammer Community.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And it is pretty.
Amazing.
We got Gwen should do Umbar. Umbar are cool.
Glenn.
Yeah, that was your suggestion. It's Quinn though. Just whacked my painted Gundabad troll on it. Seems perfectly fine. The Gundabad troll, is that the big one? Yeah, it's the big one.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Gundabad troll base is the same width as the shortest part of the Mummock base, right? Or am I wrong? It might be 120 that actually.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm thinking of the dragon base.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Dave Millen says the thread for the paint handle is the same size as the camera mount. That's interesting. We could get some use out of them. We've got enough. Fohammer, yeah, I tried it sideways. It doesn't fit, or it might if I was willing to risk breaking it. Don't break your model. But if you do, Steve will replace it.
He will.
Quinn Duggan, my hood make me want to get sick.
What?
They're not that bad.
In what sense? You want because you think they're filthy, or because you think they're naff?
Nick Moore, here's a standard tripod there. Thank you for all checking as well. Personally, not a big fan of the new Thorin model. The OG plastic one is still my favourite.
Them plastics were. I remember pre-ordering Escape from Goblin Town set when that came out, and it come in and opening it because I'm just looking at that sprue.
It was nuts, wasn't it?
And I was like, what? I've never seen plastics like it, and they still stand up now.
Do you know
about 4 or 5
Do you know a
years?
fun story actually? So when I got back into the hobby when we first met, the first thing I bought was the Escape from Goblin Town set, the first purchase, and there was an error in it. I got it, it came, and I ordered it from Element Games because I found them online. They had a really good reputation, and I ordered the Goblin Town set, some brushes, some paint, because I'd watched all the Warhammer videos, and it came and it had an extra sprue of Goblin Town and no Thorin's Company, and I was gutted. And I was like, oh, angry customer. And I was like, Element Games are in Manchester. I flew down here, and then the rest is history. I now work here. I met a lovely group of people, and yeah, here I am. But when I did get my Thorin's Company, man, were they good.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're still really good.
Especially given they're not human-sized models, the detail on them for dwarves is just nuts. Reese, how big is Smaug base bigger than a Mummock? We've both got a Smaug. Smaug is probably another 60%. It's a big old base, isn't
big,
it?
Yeah. The Smaug base just fits height-wise on an A4 sheet, right?
Yeah.
So that's how big it is.
Sorry, missed a few. Fohammer and George Perkins reckon 40 quid, or hoping for. Fohammer reckons 55 quid for the new Azog and Thorin diorama. It's real cool. Go check it out, guys. I think George has posted a link.
No.
I reckon 50.
40 quid, I reckon. Let's have a wager now. If I'm reckoning 50, what are you? 40, what do you think?
I reckon 50.
Right, so you think 50. So whoever's right has to pay for the pizzas at the next pre-live stream pizza.
I've done the last 3, it's your turn. Okay, deal. Pizza on the loser, yeah?
Yeah.
Bet.
Do it.
Done. Right, cool. Quinn's not a fan of the models, that's interesting. I've seen a few people not a fan of the Thorin.
Quinn, you're wrong.
Yeah, basically.
I've seen it in the flesh.
Did you get to get hold of one?
No, but I was literally that far away from
How nice is the Azog?
It's insane.
How likely is the flail going to break? Because it's so dynamic.
The chain's quite thick though.
Still, one knock or one bump in a case.
The chain's quite thick.
Did you see, because it's stated in the article...
I might cut that off anyway.
It's stated in the article it comes with an option for a maul.
Oh, does it?
It did, but have you seen a picture of that yet?
No,
I haven't.
no.
I did read somewhere, whether it was from, because it did leak from White Dwarf,
Yeah.
and whether it was in the White Dwarf listing or it was the official one, you do get the option to give him a maul if you don't like the mace.
I didn't even know that, but I was thinking of actually cutting the chain off and putting real like jeweler's chain on, but dipping it in super glue.
To give
So
it
it's
some
a real
rigidity,
chain.
yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Dave Fredericks, I reckon the Arbadazog conversions will dry up with the new announcement, but I got another one for this week. Dave does some wicked.
That's because you're good at what you do, Dave.
You are,
Simples.
man.
Simples.
And he reckons 40 quid too.
Yes.
It's a shame you're all wrong.
Dave knows his onions.
Glenn Seymour, got to get Hurien in gold, but it's on the
You're
Enforcer.
in gold.
Yes. Oh,
In gold.
right, sorry, okay. But it's and the Enforcer, Gandalf and Pippin, the list just goes on. There's a list. I really want a new Gil-galad so bad because it's my favourite Middle-earth profile in the game to use. Oh man, Steve Bonar's in.
Hey Steve, how you doing, pal?
Base painting. Do you see he put a post up the other day? It's like, oh, I painted 47 models
Yeah.
today. Like, God, we could do a locking him in here for a week. He says 40 quid sounds about right. Oh, Quinn, talking about the Mahud, the Azog is gorgeous. Right, makes sense, dude. And Steve, with this, my to-do and buy list increases.
Yes, very much so.
Cool.
Very much so.
Right, I think we're going to take 5 minutes and chat to people about the Top Table Game Weekender. Top Table Legacy Weekender.
Yes.
Right,
yes.
so a lot of you know, some of you may not, ourselves and the Blackjack Legacy YouTube channel, go and check him out on Facebook and the YouTubes. We've come together and we are running...
The YouTubes.
The YouTubes. He's on the YouTubes. And we are going to run an event like no other. We really want to encourage... We've both got awesome gaming communities. It's why ourselves and Andy started chatting, and we want to bring them together and have a great weekend of gaming.
Yeah.
That is the quick pitch. There's going to be events on for different systems, which we'll cover in a minute. There's going to be a casual play area, which people will be encouraged to use, because you're going to win tickets for the raffle by playing people you don't know and hanging out and playing games. There's going to be a painting area. We've got Kev down from Shadow and Flame.
Yep.
Another announcement tonight.
Yep.
We've got the Drowned Earth in attendance. So James Baldwin,
Well,
designer.
that's one announcement.
That's one announcement.
That's one of two.
Oh, we've got the other one.
Yeah,
James
yeah, yeah.
Baldwin, the designer and creator of the Drowned Earth, is going to be here on site running some demos, and we're going to have a narrative campaign
That's
weekend
gonna be
running
cool.
as well.
That's gonna
So
be
you can play in, and James does these really cool narrative campaign OP packs where you get to affect the fluff of the game.
Yeah.
So they are wicked. There is a video, if you go back through Top Table Archive, of the last one, which I attended.
Yeah.
So any Drowned Earth fans, if you want to try it, we're going to have demo tables here. If you play it, there's going to be something fun for you to get involved in.
Yeah.
What's announcement number 2?
So announcement number 2 is sort of on the lines of the feel of what we wanted to create, which is people coming together. So as you all know, we've got the amazing Kev of Shadow and Flame who's coming down, and
Yeah, we do.
we kind of think he's going to paint a model from start to finish over the weekend, but he'll be sat around giving advice,
He's gonna be-
just giving tips to people. People can sit with him and paint and chat and just sort of bust his brains about how do I do this, how do I paint eyes, stuff like that. On that train of thought, another part of the hobby is building terrain, which everyone knows that I love.
Yeah. Also hobby shortcuts as well.
Hobby shortcuts, and there's not really a bigger name right now in the UK
Nope.
who builds terrain and is doing an exceptional job at it than Luke Fellows of Luke's APS.
Absolutely.
So Luke's going to be joining us for the weekend.
He's going to be here all weekend, chatting to
yeah.
people, hanging out, giving advice.
He's hanging out all weekend. He may
Play
even
some
get
games.
involved in some of the systems and play. And he'll just be here to chat and hang
So
out.
we've got Blackjack Legacy on site, we've got Shadow and Flame, we've got Drowned Earth, we've got us two mugs. Like we've got Luke's APS, and we've not even told you everything yet. So make sure you guys are here, and I reckon we give these guys a rundown of the systems that we're going to be in the next 7 days rolling out the structured events for. So you'll see the points, you'll see the timings and things like that. So
I scribbled all over it.
it's alright, I'm going to stick it there. So there's going to be a 2-day Hobbit event. My hands off screen, there we go.
There we go.
Saturday and Sunday, they are going to be shorter than normal days to encourage you getting some other gaming in.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a 2-day Hobbit event. It's going to be fun,
Yeah.
and you will see a lot of information rolling out about that soon.
Rules pack imminent. Next couple of days.
That's it. Walking Dead.
Walking
It's
Dead.
great fun at the weekend. It's getting a lot of traction. It's a game that we're going to have demoable as well, because if you haven't tried that game, it is wicked fun. And on the Mantic train, we're going to be getting some Kings of War Vanguard in.
Vanguard's really good.
Vanguard's really good.
Really
And
good.
again, with any of these systems, there's going to be people around willing to teach you. You can join in whichever day that system might slot in, and people will walk you through round one. There's probably even people willing to borrow your models. So we've got Hobbit, we've got Walking Dead, we've got Vanguard. The other 2 days for this weekend. The other system that will run for 2 short, yet 2 days. Wild West Exodus. Woo! It's going to be a Wild West Exodus event for you gunslingers. I've not seen any of the normal names in the chat tonight, but we're going to have a Wild West Exodus event. We've got the Drowned Earth narrative event, as we've discussed, and Kill Team.
Kill Team.
We're going to have Kill Team.
Everyone knows I'm like, through and through Middle Earth SPG player, but I am really excited about the Kill Team.
Yeah, I know.
I'm touching on it. I'm really liking what I've seen so far. So it's a short, quick game that you can just get in, boom, 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 play a game, get it over and done with. Have a lot of fun doing it.
The thing is, all these systems are going to be running and really time efficient. Welcome if you've never played before, but there's also going to be a lot of casual play going on, and you could carry on playing those games outside the event with people you've met in our channel or others, or you could try something new. There's going to be board games, there's going to be painting. It's just going to be a fun weekend, loads of drinking, good food, good company, enjoying each other's. Now the tickets, guys, make sure you have a look on Facebook. If someone could do me a solid and post a link to the Facebook event for me in the chat. Tickets are £25. All the information on paying for them are in there, like 25 quid, 3-day event, because we're starting Friday if you can get down on Friday.
Hell yeah.
3-day event, come and game with us, come and game with Andy, come and hang out with Luke, come and meet Kev, get some painting advice, loads more coming. And what's more, if you guys pick up your tickets before midnight Friday going into Saturday, we got a prize, and as if by magic, all you have to do is get your ticket, guys, and you can win this bad boy. So we are giving away to one random person who picks up their ticket before 1:0001 a.m. Saturday a copy of Blackstone Fortress.
It's an amazing game, by the way.
We are putting on a massive community event, and you guys being involved and coming getting in would be great. The wonderful Element Games, who sponsor us and look after us, have given us this to give to you for coming making this event something interesting.
I think it's a great prize. Even if you've never thought about this game. The miniatures alone, just to, just to paint the miniatures. The miniatures are gorgeous, but it's a really cool. Just get down on a table and play. You've got everything in there you need to play. You don't need to buy anything else to go with it. You don't need to build an army around it. Just put it down and play. It's a great game.
So, if you guys are thinking about grabbing a ticket, this week is the perfect time to get stuck in. Brand new in the shrink wrap. Perfect present for yourself at Christmas. You can even give it away to someone else if you want. We just want to see you guys at the Weekender, because trust me, it's going to be nuts, and there's going to be a lot more information rolling out soon. And thank you to Luke for coming and being a part of it, hanging out with you all. It's going to be a weekend to remember. Right, let's catch up on the chat. Well, we're way behind. You turn that heater off, my legs burn. We got a heater under the... no, it's horrible. Rob Camp, my list is huge. Need more Iron Hills Mordor and some Army of the Dead. People are talking about what models they need. A Fight 9 profile being your favourite, I'm not surprised. Steve Bonner, 45 minis in 4 hours.
That's insane. That's insane, man.
Ivan says, I haven't seen a picture of a single armoured Azog conversion. Where do you find those? Dave, hook him up, dude.
Dave, if you post a link to Shadow and Flames website in the chat, Ivan, just have a look at that. Dave is a master converter, and then Kev just makes his conversions and all of the models that he paints just look spectacular. And there is some really cool stuff.
Kev, I'm always in White Dwarf Lawrence.
Yeah,
that was epic, wasn't it? His stuff being, it was great to see. Glenn, Blue Boxers / Andy Mask and tartan dress shirts requirements. Yep, that's a joke from the last live stream. What else we got? People saying hello to Steve Bonner. Hi Glenn, 2 days till Weekender ticket buy-in. Correct. Can't wait for you to buy in, my friend. You need to stream the event for those who are in Canada and can't attend. Ivan, not only are we going to stream different systems from the event, we're going to do, we're not sure which night yet, I don't even announced this yet, we're doing it. We're going to be doing a live stream.
Live stream.
You're going to see us, but we're also going to have everybody in attendance sat in the room, and we'll take some questions. They can throw them at us, maybe Kev and Luke if they want to get involved. And it'll give you an opportunity to just chat. It may even be a long one, and we do it with some beers and pizza.
Oh,
we have an evening.
I think definitely. It's basically going to be this, but the camera's going to be further away.
More of us here.
I like the idea of a panel. I like the idea of having a bit of a host with a mic, going to the room for a question.
Gaz Baller can be the hostess with the most.
I think it's going to be awesome.
It's going to give you guys an opportunity to be on the stream en masse and have a laugh. And probably say lots of things that would get us banned off normal TV. Glenn Seymour's already got his ticket.
You are.
Yeah, you are, buddy. Will Rab's sick. Luke is such a chap. Well,
He's a cool guy.
go find the group, man. Get involved. What Ivan said. Streams all day, every day, plus live games. You know it's Steve on It's going to happen. Joe Holtzman. The event sounds great. Unfortunately, I'm unlikely to make it due to work hours.
You don't need a job.
Yeah, you don't need
You need a job.
Just quit. It's fine. Make sure you get paid first. Let's talk about it. No, fully understandable, mate. Will Rab just went to see if GW had the Marty Down run, and they don't. When did these? I think the Lord of the Rings Middle Earth stock is up and down at the moment, and stuff's bouncing back in and out every day. Keep an eye on, man.
They're repackaging a lot of stuff, so that's a lot of the reason being. Plus, everyone's buying it.
Yeah. Joe Holtzman, the moment you do an event during the school holidays, I'll be there. Okay, so now we know what you do. Fully understandable. Dave Millington has posted a link to the event. Dave, nice one, dude. Guys, get clicking, get involved. Guys who've got tickets as well, let's get the chat going in there and really start spurring up some interest.
Start posting posts on the event page if you've got a ticket about what you're looking forward to playing,
what you're going to bring,
what you're going to bring with you, hoping to, there might be another player for a bit of an obscure game that you want to play. Let's just get the chat going on the event page. It'd be really cool.
Gareth Baller, I'll be down on the Friday. First beer is on you, man. Steve Bonner, you need to do more WoW sections. I do. It's dried up. There's a couple of back reps. Me and Matt Woods tried filming one on Sunday in the Lord of the Rings style with the multicam. And little known fact, our studio is actually in an escape rooms.
Yes, we're next door to the escape rooms in Stockport.
And this wall that doesn't actually have the top table logo on, it's just green. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Backs onto one of the escape rooms, and there was like a 10-year-old's birthday party in there. And me and Matt got halfway through turn 2, and it's like, this ain't working. Yeah. So unfortunately,
they were singing Happy Birthday Dead loud and stuff, and you could hear it.
Screaming, and they were eating pizza in there. So we had to pull that one, but more WoW Extra stuff will soon, and I'm hoping Michael Adson wants to help me out with that because Matt's off on his travels soon.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
So Mike, if you're up for some content, dude, get involved.
Will says, first time Chaos Space Marines have had a Thunderhammer exciting times.
That Chaos Lord, he looks like a corrupted Space Marine. He's mega.
They're really good.
Gareth Baller wants that Blackstone Fortress. Well, your wife or partner has got an equal chance of winning it to you, mate, because she has a ticket as well.
You've got twice the chance of winning it over everyone else.
Dude, he's going to be gutted if she wins it and he gets it for Christmas, though, isn't he? The event sounds great, but what do I tell my normal friends? You tell your normal friends they need to be hashtag not normal friends, because we are where the fun is at. Lee Darwick, I want hugs off Jay. Free hugs off Jay all weekend for you guys. Will you guys be offering a painted by you Blackstone Fortress? No. No. It's killing us trying to get ours painted. We're about ready to start.
If you win that one, Steve, you can offer a painted by you Blackstone Fortress.
Correct. Glenn Seymour, looking at times for flights, probably not going to bring any minis for expensive sake, although I'll be in Manchester early Friday. Well, Glenn, let us know what games you want to play. Yeah. We've got a studio full of minis here that you are more than welcome to use.
I mean, you paid for your ticket anyway, so you're more than welcome to take part in any system you want, but I know you're really into Lord of the Rings at the minute, so if there's an army you want to play, I've got loads of stuff. So if you want to play in the Lord of the Rings tournament over the 2 days, if you let me know what you want to play, I'll supply the miniatures.
There's a comment in here I don't want to talk about. Reese Taylor, Jay, my mate Chris told me that you have met Ian McKellen twice, and both times you tried to get him to sign something, he turned you away. Is that true? Yes, it is.
If he come running at you asking you to sign something, what would you do?
Right. I'm going to tell the story of one of the lowest moments of my life. So, one day I found out the place where I used to work, Ian McKellen was attending, and we used to have famous people there. I won't say where it was. And the one rule, which I was actually semi-employed to enforce, was you don't pester the famous people, you leave them alone. But I was like, no way. It's Ian McKellen, Gandalf's here, I'm having it. So the work branded clothing came off, the coat got zipped on.
Don't read. Carry on.
So I got in the queue, and I'm like, and then there's a guy stood next to me, and he's like, if you take my picture with Gandalf, I'll take yours. I'm like, cool, you're my new friend for life. So we got there, and I'm like, he's like there, and I'm like, this guy's cool. I take the dude who I'd made the agreement with's photo, and then as I go to walk up, he very abruptly goes, I don't have time for you, sorry, bye. And puts his hand up and kind of turns around and walks off. So I'm like, panda eyes, a bit of sad panda, like, wow, that was rubbish. And then, but he gets 8 feet away, and then starts signing autographs from other people. So I'm like, no way. But I'm not rude. I go back over, and I join this new ad hoc queue of people who want to meet Ian McKellen. And again, everyone's taking photos, and as soon as I get there, he turns to me and goes, I told you once, I'm not taking my photo with you. Yeah, that was a rubbish day. But there's the story. Thank you, Chris Rains. I'm assuming it is for telling that story. Steve Bonner, turn it around quicker than this mug, J.O. I thought you were doing the mug.
Oh, you were doing the mug. You were the one who went in the vet.
That is
This
true.
is what he does. But I thought you were doing that. No.
That is true. Steve Bonner, you shall not pass. Now that's what I realised about a day later. I should have stood in the front door of my building and said, after he wouldn't have his autograph with me. Or you shall not photograph, as Quinn says. Correct. Yes, Michael Hunt said, absolutely, buddy. Love me some WWX. Me and you, my friend, on camera soon. We're going to do it. Although me and we've both got the same two factions.
Right.
Because we're smart people. But luckily, the beautiful Matt Woods, who's going travelling, has agreed to leave his other 3 factions here. So we're going to have plenty of variety in our Wild West stuff available.
Cool.
Glenn Seymour, cheers, Steve. I'm going to wait on the rules package and I'll make it out on a decision. Absolutely fine, dude.
Whatever you want to use, mate, you're more than welcome to use, pal.
You are. Right, what time? We're doing well for time. So, guys, has there been what other gaming accessories have you guys got that you couldn't live without? I'm going to check my notes I made, because I had a few in my head.
What have we said already? Have we said airbrush?
We've covered an airbrush.
We've covered the
We've
handles.
spoken about the widgets. Tokens. So, tokens is a huge topic. Most games do tokens for their systems. But I want to give a shout out to one particular token company who, in a multitude of my systems, I cannot not use. I use them for Guild Ball, I've used them for Walking Dead, I've just picked up their Keyforge set. Somebody post a link for me, guys, so I can keep waffling without trying to do that. Art of War Studios, and I think a lot of you in the chat know who Art of War Studios are. Run by Grant and Callie, 2 of the loveliest people you'll ever meet. They do a lot. They actually made some of your tokens, didn't they, for the front markers?
Yeah, they get some bits of
they've done loads for me for Vengeance. Croaking my throat then. Go and check out Art of War Studios. Absolutely wicked stuff. But what tokens do you guys love? I'm such a fiend for tokens. Every game I play, which is lots to be fair, first thing I do is I find the acrylic upgrade token sets, whether they are official or third party.
I need some kill team tokens.
Art of War Studios, man.
Hook me up, bro.
I am actually having a call with Grant this week. He may be hooking our Patreons up with a discount code. So another reason to be a top table Patreon, which is our lifetime discount code. We've also
these discount codes for the patrons coming in thick and fast.
I know, we've got a Mac company, we've got a token company. We do look after you guys, but you look after us, so it's only fair. But do go and check out Art of War Studios. I'm going to find a link now because I don't think anyone's posted it. Absolute grade A acrylic stuff. It's mega. I want you all to click the link and feel free to jump on them on social media and let them know that we are checking them out on the Top Table stream. What else we got? So, Glenn Seymour, we covered that one. Dice, of course, Evan. We all need dice.
I'm a dice head.
Do you know one thing I've really grown to love? Yeah. So I always, and it's probably because I played Middle Earth and then Guild Ball, I always thought, oh my god, I can't play a game that's not a D6. I've really grown to love like the D8s and the D10s.
Yeah.
Like as I've gone, oh no, I love a D6. Like even D20 with Infinity, I now love all different variations of dice. And at first I was like, I'd semi-class it as a negative to a game that didn't use a D6. But like the thing I love about WoW Access is like it's 1 to 10. It's so easy to figure out, like, oh, I need a 5 to hit, which means I've got a 50% chance. Like, you can really do the maths on whether it's a smart move to take the opportunity and stuff. I've really grown to like different dice, which is a bit of a random thing. But that's pretty good.
I like dice in general, you know that anyway. I tend to have this weird thing that if I build an army, I want the dice to match.
Yeah,
so if I can't get a dice like with the custom.
Well, it's like with my Guild Ball.
I get a colour.
Yeah, all my guilds have got the dice, which a lot of people in Guild Ball have done because they release faction dice. Couldn't agree more. And how good are the Gandalf dice? Cool. They are the most beautiful dice I've ever seen. No, they're at my house. I took them home in my bag because they're so pretty. But we do have a studio set. We've got a set of each, haven't we, that we just bank, which is really good.
And they're all lots of 6s, those new dice.
Steve Bonner, a mountain of foam to store my minis. Speaking of which, any cheap foam offers of you guys? So I bet for your 1700 models you got that. Mountain of foam. So is that something you want us to try and sort out for our Patreons? That could be something we do, isn't it?
Be something I'm quite interested in, to be fair.
I've got someone I can speak to. Keep your eyes peeled. That might be something we've already done. Agrax Earthshade and Null Oil is my jazz. Agrax Earthshade is the ultimate hobby accessory because it can just make anything look better.
Yeah,
it really can. Opponents are a great hobby motivation. It's always nice to have someone to play with. Yeah, I just heard that back. Glenn Seymour letting us know it's still 0-0, Steve.
Yeah.
Ollie's not lost.
It's not be funny, I'll take a draw.
Reese, custom dice for when I win. I got some for my 1,000 Suns in 4K.
Nice.
Custom dice are wicked.
I just love dice.
Gotta have the logo on a 6. I hate dice with logos on 1.
It's shocking.
And people use a mix, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, come on.
At the weekend, I was on school, Tom Thorpe. Tom Thorpe, if you look for him in the Great British Hobby League Facebook group and look at his Gondor army, do you remember seeing Angel with the Citadel Guard that had all the white trees painted on the cloak?
Yes.
I played his army.
Oh, nice.
Right, mate, he must have 30 Citadel Guard and he's painted a tree on it. And it's not just like, oh, he's painted a tree, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And he had the old Gondor dice where the tree is the one.
And the one on the
And every
right
time he was rolling and a tree come up, I go, oh, thinking he's one and he goes, it's a wild. Like, yes!
Symbols on the 6s should be the
Definitely.
rule. Quinn Duggan, dice are great as long as they aren't those abominations. Justin Cader uses D12s, but with 1 to 6 twice on them as D6s, and it's so annoying. I'm going to tell you a really boring story now. So I went to, I was lucky enough when I worked at Steamforge to travel to New York.
Yeah.
We went to Millennium Games, which is just the most insane gaming store you'll ever meet. I think it's one of the biggest in the US. And we ran a Guild Ball event for them there for all the support they'd done for the early time of the game. And there was this guy, he was called Arlo, I'll never forget him. And he had round D6. Right, no word of a lie, I'll never forget him. Because they had like a ball bearing in, do you know, that would weight them down eventually. But he'd roll them, and then you'd wait 45 minutes for the weight to pin it. And then you couldn't really tell. The best thing was, every time he'd pick up his dice and he'd go, "Praise be to the old gods!" and then throw these round D6. And you could just see his opponents going like, I'm like, I don't know. I'll never forget that. Markavian, Art of War of the Business, yes they are. Like, make sure you're all checking them out, we love them. Steve Bonner, source material to keep the hype going. I played that army too, Steve, it was great to look at.
It was amazing.
How did you get on at Throne Schools, George? You got 3 wins, 2 losses, right?
3 wins, 2 losses.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright. It wasn't too bad. I told you before, the 2 games that I lost, in the scenarios that I played on, I don't think my force could have beat them.
Yeah.
The other games, I either got smashed or I won fairly easily.
Yeah.
Because it was the list I brought was pretty competitive. It was steamy, but it was pretty competitive.
Yeah.
I learnt that very quick.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the ballista
that's
that
fair.
made it, so to be fair.
No, that's good. Just give me
Yeah.
1 second. Yeah, we're all good. Just checking the help for that. Wicked. So, any other gaming accessories we've missed, guys? And also, as we're getting to maybe the last 20 minutes or so, given that we had a bit of a late start, do let us know if there's any topics you want to see covered in future weeks. I mean, we'd happily just sit here and chat to you guys for 2 hours. Like, we love it. But that's probably not going to be that interesting long term. So it's always cool to have something loose for us all to chew the fat about. So what do you guys want to talk about again? So we got George says 2 wins, 3 losses, better than I thought. George is a good player. Me and him had a game about 2 years ago. I had a great time. I think I was using Mirkwood Elves, and I think he was using Eagles.
Right.
And I was just chasing them around the board.
I remember his Eagles.
They threw my defense 3 stuff around the board like you wouldn't believe. Glyn Seymour wanted to put Amenhem tomorrow for my buddies, but it isn't going to work out. No bat rep or picks. That's a shame, dude. Sometimes real life does get in the way. Can we briefly bring up the topic of King of the Dead memes? Tell me more about it, Steve.
So, Damien O'Byrne of GVHL and Palantir fame, who won Throne of Skulls. Congratulations, Damien. Very well done.
Yep.
He really gave Throne of Skulls a good crack this year. He built a display board, which was really cool with all green lights.
The
for his army.
Rips were actually Warhammer Community.
Yeah, they were.
It was really nice them actually letting someone from the community.
Yeah. And seeing it in the flesh, it was really cool. He had a really cool army, which was basically Army of the Dead with Aragorn, just like from the movies. He went all out though, so he went fancy dress.
I did see some pictures of a man dressed like a off-colour
Yeah, but the thing is, I know Damien very well. You know, we get on very well. We hook up at tournaments and things like that, and chat and go drinking and all that jazz. And I walked past him 3 times in Bugman's bar. I just seen this weirdo sat in the corner in a blue wig and weird clothes, writing army lists with skull gloves on. And I just thought it was just like someone who was into like really heavy metal type stuff. Yeah, you've been to Bugman's, right? Because people like that just getting them out, right? So I walked past him, and it was only like I think it was like after game 2, and like he come walking towards me with this big grin on his face, and I thought, oh yeah, that's Damien. I can't believe it. But yeah, congratulations for winning. And I think he was on the first live stream, game 1.
Yep.
And I think it was Will Champion who screen captured a close up of his face, and it's just there's been 1,000 memes already.
Go and check out the Great British Hobby League to see those.
It's crazy.
Fohammer came second joint in the quiz, right, Steve?
Yes.
Who is Fohammer? Fohammer, who are us, dude?
How do you know these? How do you know this?
I think she was there and you're being bad at knowing your friends.
Well, probably are.
Let us know, Fohammer.
Fohammer may have even spoke to me and said, I'm Fohammer. And I probably went, alright, but I was hungover most of the weekend. Yeah, we came second in the quiz by a point.
A point.
A point.
Who was in your team? You must have been carried.
Me, Tom Jennings, George, Tim Garlick.
That's who Fohammer is.
It is! Of course it is.
Oh, I'm not educated. I'm reading it off the screen.
Of course it is, I remember now.
Sorry Tim, we're being useless, dude. So Steve Bonner says, I asked my local group who had witched 30k Legion and came up with white scars, then read the books and they are amazing. What drives you material-wise to do hobby forces? That's interesting. So what motivates us into the project we pick up in games and armies and things?
You're probably more experienced to chat about than I, because I was just a Lord of the Rings.
And you've got every army.
Because I like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's a definite one, Steve. We're going to bank that one. Hi, Dave, the mighty Boosh. Do you know what he means, Dave? Fredericks? What have we missed?
No, hi Dave. The Mighty Boosh. You never watched The Mighty Boosh?
No.
Oh mate, you have got to go back online and
I really,
watch that.
really don't like Noel Fielding.
No,
like, I can't stand him.
No,
I can't stand him.
In this, he's funny.
No, I can't
The Mighty
stand
Boosh
him.
was on a few years ago, and I remember I used to come in from like Saturday nights out, like wasted, and you'd carry on drinking and partying when we were at the flat. And Mighty Boosh would be on at stupid o'clock in the morning, and you just sit there, just like splitting his eyes laughing at it. It's stupid.
I think
Stupid.
so. He's referencing Damien's.
And that's what it's a. Yeah, that's what it's a.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, what hobby are you all up to this week? What are you doing this week, hobby-wise?
I am.
Any room for hobby this week? Crazy
So
with kids
busy.
at Christmas.
Yeah, so busy this week. I really wanted to get some Kill Team done this week, but I just can't see it happening. Next week's a different story. Thank God. I'm at the end of a couple of projects that I'm working on.
Can you guys still hear us,
yeah,
guys?
it's fine. I'm not going off that.
Oh, okay, cool. I just watched the cable fall out of the microphone and panicked.
Okay.
I'm getting a game of Song of Ice and Fire tomorrow.
Nice.
I played 3 games of a Song of Ice and Fire.
Can people just tell Jay
So
to
good.
film it?
My stuff's not painted.
It doesn't matter.
I am.
Film it.
No. No one else has got it painted as well. Cause you use about 60 models aside.
Yeah.
Steve will be fine. Bonner will smash it out. But I can't get enough of that game at the moment. It is great fun. So I'm playing a game of Song of Ice and Fire tomorrow.
Nice.
Outside of that, I've got Sunday free. I think I'm going to come in and film some content.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So we'll have a think about what I could film. That could be interesting.
The hobby vlogs are doing well.
Do you know what? I
People
love
love
doing
doing
hobby
vlogs.
vlogs. They motivate me. Like, just for that one, I'm painting more models than I have in months because it stops me just half painting everything. I filmed the first couple of clips for my next one as well.
Nice.
Probably not going to be like religiously weekly. They're going to be
No.
as and when I've got enough stuff to show you guys. Let us know what you thought of the hobby vlogs and
Yeah.
let us know. As always, guys, we're always open to content ideas.
Well, over this period now, the Christmas period, like stuff's going to be hard to film. So it's going to be. We're going to try and get some stuff in the bank, I think, and then just sort of slow release it.
Steve Bonner painting 100 white scars, including jet bikes.
Crazy.
Standard. Lee Dowkins playing some War Machine at weekend. Very nice, dude. Lee plays lots of games. I like Lee. Of course, Scott. I saw ended up top 13 on the weekend. 3 wins, 2 losses, and had a great time. Favourite game was playing on the stream, and I love Damien memes. I'm hoping we can go back and watch those.
Yeah, you can.
If you're a subscriber to
Yeah,
Warhammer TV.
I need to
Wanna
ask
check
you
it
about
out.
that. You're on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
So my Twitch account's through. I'll ask you this off camera. What we're about? I'll be here for 10 minutes because I won't understand it.
We'll cover that later, alright?
But yeah, you must have got quite a few favourite game votes then, Scott, because I got the same 3 wins, 2 losses, and I was like 60 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you must have got quite a few favourite game votes. I think my Iron Hills Ballista stopped me getting any of those.
Yeah, I agree. Quinn Duggan says, I'm hoping to podium at Chester. It's the next step after coming 5th at Stirling. Very nice.
Nice, well
Good
done.
luck to you, my friend. He did cause some ripples in the Go Ball scene. Quinn's a good player.
Yeah, he is.
Green Tree, has anyone used the Valhalla Blizzard from GW? Is it any good? I haven't, mate. What about you?
What is it?
It's like a snow it's the snow texture paint.
What is it? Are they doing one now? Is it new?
No.
I didn't even know they did one.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's quite good actually.
Right.
I've seen it on people's models and it looks real pretty. I've never used it myself.
Yeah, because what I use the
I use crushed
Woodland.
glass.
Yeah, that's good. It's quite. Sometimes it looks too ice rather than snow
Yeah.
though. So I use Woodland Scenic snowflakes, mix it with PVA, and then a drop of white paint as well. Because you don't put the white paint in, the PVA ends up yellowing.
Sounds like a lot of work. That.
No, it's not. And I have a pot of it.
Yeah.
I have a pot of it. That just
Okay.
It's really good. Really
Ben
good.
Seymour's letting us know United Arsenal is 1-1.
Ooh. Who scored for United, Glenn?
Love the blogs, but why was Steve's bigger? Why was yours bigger?
It's natural, isn't it?
I'm not even going to
What
write
can I
it.
say? I was blessed.
Nick Moore, get the Cult of Paint guys on to talk Rabbit. That's a great idea. I'm actually chatting with Henry tomorrow. I might see if he can free us up. Henry is a master. And you might recognise Steve from the Cult of Paint Kickstarter video, and Nick actually, filmed by some very skillful people. They only used one of my bits of footage for about a second, but you know. Blackstone Fortress has been booked instead. Hint, hint. Nice. Faux Hammer bought some Valhalla Wizard. I don't know why I said that really, like Faux Hammer. Warhammer World at the weekend, not used it yet though. It looked alright on the example in the store. Yeah, they have a really cool thing in Warhammer World where they have next to all the texture and technical paints, like how they look on a base. Yeah.
Martial scored for United. Gets in that.
Nice. Scott, I use a blizzard for my Gondor Force. Works a treat with some secret weapon, realistic water for example. So I mixed the secret weapon crushed glass with secret weapon realistic water.
Right.
And it does look icy, but if you go a lot more crushed glass than the water, it can look like thick snow.
Yeah.
And you can mix with the consistency. It was Matt Davis of Generation Shift. Do you know what? There's a massive, I'm going to sneak this one in as the last one. Generation Shift 92 on Facebook, Matt Davis from the Middle Earth community.
Yeah.
He makes the best, I think, of any system. Resin bases out there.
They're my favourites.
They're like £3 for 10 or something
Yeah.
silly. Don't quote me on that
He
price.
could double his prices and that's
He makes beauty. He's got some really cool Dol bases, some really good Gondor bases.
I really like the Rolling Plains ones, the new ones.
Yeah, they're
They're
beautiful.
amazing.
He's got some really cool generic ones. So if you play anything that uses GW base sizes, more specifically Middle Earth, well, they will work anyway.
25, 40, 60 was monster bases.
Yeah, the ovals. He's got you covered. Go and check him out on Facebook. His stuff is nuts
Really
good. Don't forget Bonar's mug. Never would. Hashtag justice for Bonar's mug. Steve will take care of that for you, my friend.
He will.
He will.
I want a credit. On the bank topic. Yeah, no problem. Quinn says, how do you guys theme the bases of your minis? Do you do it per force or per system?
So I have an interesting one for this. I don't think it's interesting, but it's a good example. So Star Wars Legion, you can buy these really cool bases that are like they're made by Fantasy Flight, and they're like really cool, like robot-y floor, spaceship interior. They look mega. I tend to ignore that, and I wouldn't necessarily base my Gondor stuff on a Gondor base. I tend to base my miniatures similar to whatever map I'm likely to be playing on for that system. So a lot of brown with a bit of grass, bit of snow, because a lot of the generic maps are like woodlands or grassy plains.
Yeah.
So I tend to actually base my models not necessarily what's right for the theme and the setting, but what's going to work with the map that I play on. And usually they are one and the same.
Yeah.
But I always, when I'm basing my models, I always go, right, what am I playing this game on? That's how I'm going to make the bases look, because then I like to get immersed in my games when they're on the table.
Yeah.
And if the bases are, they're never going to be exact, but if they're even just the right colour palette to the map, then it kind of helps me, if that sounds daft.
Yeah. I used to sort of really go in on bases, and we mentioned Generation Shift, so whatever army I was painting, I'd work out my army and I'd buy the bases for that and paint them and base some models on them, paint them separate and pin them to it. But now, because of the channel, it's basically just sand.
Yeah.
Just sand. Grit, sand and grit.
It looks great, you don't
Brown.
need to complicate it.
Lighter brown, a shanty bowl. Done.
That's cool.
And then some tough side. Done.
Yeah, we've got Steve Bonner saying Gen Shift is a must. Glenn Seymour, could you get Generation Shift for the weekend? You could speak to him.
I did, because he was at Foreign Schools, and we chatted very briefly, we had a little cuddle, and I did mean to mention it to him, and I think I did actually.
Matt's a lovely guy, I reckon he'd be.
Yeah, I love Matt.
We'll have a chat with him. Steve Bonner, I've looked into clear basing. What's your views? I love clear bases. So Phil Bowen of Guild Ball Tonight fame and those sort of circles, he did all his Guild Ball on clear basing, and it looked really good when the pitch was actually showing through on the models, which I absolutely adore. But only for that system. Well. The other thing is Muson Minis, which are they're like officially licensed for Guild Ball. They've made basically MDF bases, but with printed on the top, and they've actually pulled like cuts from the official Guild Ball mat and put that as the topper. You know, like a printed image.
Yeah.
So you glue your Guild Ball models to it,
right.
and it is like bits of the mat with the line markings. So it looks, and again, that's my angle. It looks exactly perfect on the table.
Yeah.
But clear basing outside of Guild Ball, I've never seen it and been.
I've seen it on Walking Dead quite a bit.
Well, the man take Walking Dead.
Yeah, people, there's an Instagram groups. I've seen quite.
That's cool.
I'm not a fan of it. I don't know what it is. I think it's because you get the shine off it. I don't know. It's not for me.
Glenn Seymour, Song of Ice and Fire plus Star Wars Legion at Legacy event. So the interesting thing is, we've been chatting about this tonight, and they were on the list, guys. Andy is actually next door playing some Infinity with that nice Lee right now. We're going to have a cup of tea with them afterwards. Those games will be played. They don't have a structured event, but if enough people who buy tickets want something, we can make it happen. But the tough thing is, we've got to get the event a success first.
Yeah. You need to get chatting, like we said before.
We
don't know what you want to play.
Yeah, we can't.
Outside of what we're
we can't announce 30 different systems and then have 5 people playing in each. We've got to keep it limited, so we need to know what people want. The ones we put forward are the ones we think that are going to attract people and get them to come and spend the weekend with us as a community.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. But if you want it, we'll make it happen, right?
Yeah, enough people want.
But rest assured, my Legion and Ice and Fire will be here, and I'll happily throw down a game or teach anybody one of those games over the weekend. Will Rob, with Blizzard, the way I did it was layer it. So I put one layer down. If it was too thin, I'd then layer on top. Makes sense with anything. Less is more, and gradually build it up. Will we see TTG hobby material / tools in the future? Hashtag Elven Lunchbox. I reckon that one might be a bit far out of our reach, right? Steve might tell you otherwise. Who knows? This channel keeps growing the way it is, guys. The sky is the limit. Look at Luke. Luke is soaring right now. Glyn, hashtag games for days. You know it, buddy. Nick Moore?
It can be difficult to keep the glue hidden on clear bases.
Yeah, I asked someone about this, and there's a certain type of glue that doesn't give off like the smoke effect.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to get, and you can pay a bit more for it. But there are, like I read there was a lot of talk in Guild Ball about clear bases, and there is a certain glue you can get that doesn't, do what super glue does when it's on acrylic.
Yeah.
Steve Bonner, I want a Friday night drinking game. You're not going to get one, you're going to get multiple, because Friday night is drinking night.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about the weekend, we've got a couple of things planned. So we've already mentioned the live stream. The other night, there's going to be an activity both evenings. What we want to do is keep people in the hall, basically.
Yeah.
So we're going to
keep everyone together.
Yeah, keep everyone together. It's going to be fun. It's not just going to be people. Some people in that corner, some people in that corner. We're going to do something together.
I've got some wicked ideas.
Be it a quiz, be it some sort of participation, teams, and we may even sort of pick those out of hat and split these up with people.
I've got some good ideas for a quiz, and one of them is a picture round, and every picture is going to make you heartbroken because it's just putting Steve's face on real bad things. You are going to love it. But yeah, there's going to be
That's
so
not
much
going to happen unless half of the pictures are Jay's face.
Yeah.
By the way.
Crack on.
Where are we?
Just on Steve.
Let's see how many of the 90 spots are filled. We've still got plenty of tickets left.
Lots.
Let's put it that way. At the moment we've had, I think I could probably say between us, we're into double figures of people saying, yeah, I'm coming, but have not actually committed yet due to the fact that one reason over Christmas or rules packs not actually been announced. So we are going to put that to bed, and the rules packs are going to be coming out over the next week or so.
So we're hoping it gets a lot of an uplift, because the thing is we need to get to the 90 for this to be like the thing we want it to be, because we want to be able to book out the whole venue and close the doors and have it just us, because if someone can come to the Elven Games Gaming Centre and pay their subs and actually then be in the thick of it, it doesn't work. So
and you guys can help us do that.
We need you.
Yeah, get chatting in the event page. Steve, I know you're a stalwart member of the Top Table community. Is any of the other lads interested from Scotland, because it might be cool to see them.
Oh, it'd be wicked to get.
You're always guaranteed to be.
Alan Little moaned at me for cheating 3 years ago. Oh no, for having broken dice, for sure. But he's a wicked. I love Alan actually.
Alan's a great.
David Reed, all them guys.
David Reed,
but
Gilray.
You guys who've got a ticket and are backing us on this adventure, it's you who can help it. If you can all get 4 people to come, this thing's going to explode.
Spread the word. That's what we need to do. That's what
it.
it's about. That's what it's about.
Let's make this a weekend because we know you guys who've got tickets want to come and enjoy it. So let's do it. So Nick Moore says, I'll probably camp in the hobby area bar for the weekend. Cool. Good to know that some people are going to come and do a bit of painting, building models. Nick is a wicked painter and it'd be good to hang out with him as always. Quinn Duggan, any idea for the SBG event points
Can I
of the
say?
weekend? You say whatever you want.
So
that's not true. You can't say whatever you want.
I get in trouble for saying what I want. So right, okay. So the rules pack has been written for the Middle Earth segment of the weekend, and it will be out there in the next few days.
Yep.
I just need to format it and edit it.
Don't forget, Quinn. If anyone's been to the Scouring events, it's going to be all custom boards, all custom terrain. You will not see Middle Earth tables as pretty as these. Like fact.
But the points value for Middle Earth SBG will be 550. 550. That's where we're at. We want to keep the games fairly compact and fun, and that's why.
Thing is, if the days end earlier, you can then add points to it and play a pickup game with someone who you really want to play, but you might not get drawn out in the event. So it gives you a chance to play the dude you want to play with. Who you've not managed to, gives you a chance to go and do some hobby, to go and hang out. Like you really will see what it will do for your weekend. So. Get list building, my friend. Steve Bonner, Curry Night. So interestingly, something I am allowed to say is Element Games is expanding. And one thing that we're going to aim to have, we are going to have when the weekend takes place, there's going to be a full cafe on site with hot food and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to get all plethora. It's going to be a fully serviced cafe doing hot meals, like right the way through. Plus, there's all sorts of stuff local. There's going to be lots planned. We're going to give you lots of options. Like, it's going to be wicked. Just don't worry about any of that. That's our problem, dude. A few was interested. We'll inquire more. Good job, Steve. Yeah. I'll do a 100 model paint challenge on Friday. Do you know what? If you're going to do that, we're live streaming you, buddy. And if you can paint 100 models, Steve might actually send you the mug. Glenn Seymour, a few local guys were interested. Just couldn't get more time for it. That's a shame. But real life is a thing we understand. Gaz Baller. Love to learn how to play SBG as I just went. Dude, I've told him I want to be his first game. So if you've not played by March, me and you, brother.
Well, lucky mate, you've got him.
Angel De Silva, Nick, same here, but I'm keen to learn loads of new games over the weekend too. Angel, get your ticket and get John and Dan and all the Surrey guys. Let us know if the planning are coming.
All the people.
I know it's 2 weeks after Vengeance, but like, it'd be wicked if you guys can come en masse because you always make some good fun, and you could come and do some content as well, or they could. And you can hang out and paint. Angel is a wicked painter. Her Guildball busts are insane. Well good.
Really cool.
Glenn Seymour, 550, Elisar, Gandalf the White and Pippin, boom, done. 3 models. Still have that painted by the time we get through the comments. I'd like to use an airbrush before I purchase one. Dude, there is going to be full painting stations on site. We're going to provide the glue, the paint, the airbrushes, the primer if you want to buy new models. Element Games has an epic selection. We have every paint imaginable. We've got like 3 to 4 airbrushes available for everyone. You've got the likes of Nick, who's going to be around, who's amazing. I'm sure we'll give you some pointers. Get yourself down. Kev, you're so...
All you got to do is bring your model, sit at a painting station, and everything's there for you. The paint's there.
It's amazing.
The airbrushes are there. The glue's
Files,
there.
clippers, you need
Facing materials are there.
Yep.
Everything's there. So you just sit next to Kev or next to Mick and crack on.
Green Tree, I've also never played. I just paint. I'm calling a Gaz versus Green Tree.
Gaz versus Green Tree. You coach Gaz, and I'll coach Green Tree.
Gaz, your team J, my friend. I'm getting you a t-shirt. We're going to do it on stream. I'm in now. Montage! Dave Millington, Vengeance is my issue. Not sure my missus would be too happy with being 2 weekends. Fully understandable, mate. Bring her. Gaz is bringing his partner. If she's available, bring her down. There's going to be cool stuff to do and hang out. Like,
bring her.
Some board games.
Some weekend of getting drunk.
All that.
Yeah.
Glenn Seymour, will we have another show in 2 weeks before Christmas ends? So what's the date today? Today is the 5th. I can do the 19th.
I think we're alright.
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah.
So Would you like some sort of Christmas edition? What would you like to see on the 19th, guys? Do let us know. We've got about 5 minutes left, guys, so anything else you want to chat about, get it in now. Hashtag Team Blue Boxers, you know it, and you can be hashtag PhD. What we got there?
Have we made stuff for you?
Maybe. No, I think. So it's just Nick letting him know that you can use the airbrushes over here.
Right, yeah.
And then you're on. Will Steve supply the minis, or should I bring my SPG list of minis? You bring some of yours, dude. Jingle balls and speed painting. So speed painting and stuff like that, and things to enter painting comps are what we've got planned.
Yes.
We can't give you everything all at once, and we've got to flesh some of it out. But you know it. Speed painting would be wicked. Yes. Let's do a speed painting challenge happening.
Yeah.
So guys,
bad hand challenge.
I do hope you're all getting over to the Facebook group for the Top Table Legacy Weekender. You're joining the group, get the chat going in there, and get your tickets, because what can they win?
Do you want to pick it up again?
Yeah, go on. The staff. If you get your ticket before Saturday morning, guys, you are in with a chance of winning this bad boy. And then you've got that 25 quid you paid for a ticket, boom, repaid fourfold. Going to be all the systems.
What is it? Are they 90 quid or 100 quid? These are.
Lots of money.
Yeah, lots of money.
Lots of money. You're also going to get a goodie bag. Anyone who's been to my Vengeance events knows that they are packed full of stuff, usually more than the RRP. You're going to get a goodie bag full of swag. You're going to get 3 days with us, different YouTube channels and stuff. What more could you want than that? Yeah, so make sure you check out, get in the group and get your tickets, guys. Sorry, we're just having a little bit of, I just lost connection to Steve's Wi-Fi. Fancy dress on the 19th. Oh, Green Tree's asking if we'll do fancy dress.
Can we just say a big thank you to Quinn?
Quinn has just picked up his weekender ticket. Good man, Quinn.
You could win this, Quinn.
Ooh. Where was I at? Green Tree reckons we should do fancy dress in 2 weeks.
We should do fancy dress.
Yeah, for the stream. Why don't I come as you and you come as me? No, that's not going to work. I'll get offended, I'm sure. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll have a think about it.
I don't know whether this is funny or to be offended. We've got Santa Claus outfit for Jay and an elf outfit for Steve.
I'll wear an elf outfit.
Yeah, why not? I'm up for that. I'll flash out your elephant lunchbox. Tickets equal prizes, you know they do, Bonar. And Lee Dalbeck need to learn to play SPGs on. Lee, you do.
You won't regret it.
Fantastic game.
You won't. Well, Lee's going to be sort of taking me on his way for kill team.
You can return the favour.
I'll return the favour with SPG, I'll sort that.
That sounds like a plan.
That's fair. And I've got the army, so you don't need to buy anything.
All
Try before you buy.
Ooh. Well, I reckon it's time to wrap up the show. We hope you've enjoyed tonight. It's been a nice fun one chatting. Do you know what's interesting? Like, as hectic as it was getting in here and getting settled, as soon as we sit down and it go, I have a great time chatting to you all. And you guys, like, just being in here watching is wicked. So
yeah, it's cool.
Thank you very much, as always, for watching. Tonight we've given away a free Red Gas Games wet palette, and we're doing stuff like that, different prize every month for being a Top Table Patreon. So do check it out, guys. And also, if you get your tickets before Friday for the Top Table Legacy Weekender, you're not only going to get an awesome weekend of gaming and free swag, but you could win a Blackstone Fortress.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. So, as always, guys, it's been a pleasure chatting to you all. Hope you've all had fun watching us. Take care, dudes, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you later.